Going to be a current clairvoyant energy reading for December of 2025. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy the content. I will have a donations link in the description box below. This will not be a blank screen for all this reading, so y'all stay tuned. This is just so I can shuffle the cards. I do not currently have a tripod, so let's go ahead and see what's going on for the current energy for December of 2025. Current energy for December of 2025. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups reversed for the first card of the reading. The High Priestess, Pisces energy. Some of you could be a Pisces feminine. You're being intuitively guided to speak out about something that's upsetting you. But something may be trying to put you in a state of fear. With the Fool reversed side, there's a state of projection of fear that may be in your surroundings because there's somebody that may be doing something very underhandedly to you. And you may be picking this up intuitively. Yeah, do not be afraid and trust what your intuition is telling you because your intuition is on point with a situation. This could have some type of information in regards into something being done online, and you may be feeling that somebody is being betrayed in a very nasty way. And your intuition keeps on telling you relentlessly to tell this individual what is going on. And this could be upsetting you and having you feel as if you're not a fit parent. If you're a mother figure, like you could be feeling someone is trying to, it's like this is projections of someone else that is really trying to cloud your judgment by fear with the Fool reverse. Because a fool being in reverse is the exact opposite of bravery. Yeah. So, someone's trying to put you in the energy to where you don't speak out about something with the Page of Wands, but if you go along and trust your intuition, it's like somebody's trying to project this fear on you as if you was to tell someone or if you was to speak out, then this is going to make you appear as if you're weak, but you're actually the strongest. Yeah, look at that. Judgment reverse, Scorpio energy, Aquarius, Pisces energy. Okay, so this could be someone being subjected to false allegations, and you may have information on this, but you may be keeping it to yourself with the High Priestess. This could be in regards to a Scorpio and Aquarius, something being done through conversations, and you know the truth about this individual being falsely accused and subjected to a scandal. You're also being manipulated. But this is all going to get exposed with the Moon reversed, the Magician reversed, Judgment reversed, Seven of Wands reversed, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo energy. The Ending card reversed, Scorpio energy again. The Ace of Cups. The Three of Swords reversed. Okay, so this could be pertaining to an ex, someone's ex, or a situation in regards to someone being falsely accused of hurting someone or someone trying to play victim to manipulate a situation through a lot of misinformation. This could be through several of different accounts with the Eight of Wands reverse. This is a situation that is seeming as if it does not want to end. Keep in mind, there is a lot of things being done through a lot of spell work too with the Magician reverse and the Moon reverse. There's something very significant about necromancy. You may be covertly picking up signs of a lot of spiritual activity in your surroundings. With this card being in reverse with the skull here, right? And then you have the graves that are in reverse. This is giving me the vibes of heavy necromancy rituals with the Magician reverse. This is ritualistic practice that is occurring. And this may be, it's like someone's trying to project as if they're intruding in your energy. Or you could be receiving a lot of crown chakra manipulation with this manipulation in reverse. And this may be putting you to the point to where someone is trying to manipulate you to get you against an innocent person, but yet this ain't even an individual attacking you. It's individual in your surroundings that are falsely accusing this individual that's behind your attacks. So you are being subjected to spiritual abuse. You're also being subjected to fear tactics being used, which is oppression and intimidation. This could be something that's being investigated with the Page of Swords. There's someone that has a lot of information on what is being done. This is not a secret. This is actually being seen. And the Seven of Cups reverses, I'm saying that. So whoever is behind the scenes trying to cause some type of confusion with a lot of manipulation through the dark arts or any type of malicious practices when it comes to physical practices being done, and this could be through different fake accounts, something to do with information that is not originally coming from this individual that is being manipulated. It's someone else that's manipulating something in order to have somebody misjudged and to have them falsely accused of things that they're not doing. This can also be pertaining to either a court date or an upcoming court date, or the court date could have already passed, or something very significant about a judgment. If this is anything in regards to a legal situation occurring, then this right here is going to actually be used against these individuals for doing this to this person. Because it looked like to me a lot of underhanded activity is being used against an individual and also hurting and harming someone else. That is subjecting someone else to a lot of spiritual harm and a lot of physical intimidation, oppression. While someone is being falsely accused of hurting someone, this could be pertaining to an ex, but they're not hurting their ex because something else is being discovered about some conversations that are not originally coming from someone, and this is what's being looked into. Someone could be trying to manipulate. Someone may be trying to cloak in someone else's energy. I'm getting a lot of cloaked energy with the moon reverse. Hey, y'all have to give me some time, y'all, because I haven't been reading the cards for a long time on here. So it's going to take me a good minute to connect, but I mean, y'all just give me a minute. Okay, so we got feelings right here with the Ace of Cups, which is genuine. The Chariot card is genuine, but the rest of the cards that are in reverse are not genuine at all. This could literally have something to do with an individual being subjected. There could be a intuitive person being subjected to false allegations. So this is in regards to an intuitive person that may be subjected to some type of false allegations. And there could be something being manipulated in regards to a court date, something to do with trying to get in the way of a judge's decision, because the judgment reverse all about a decision making. But it looked like to me someone is relentlessly and repetitively trying to manipulate a judgment against an innocent person and having them subjected to a scandal with the Seven of Wands reverse. But it's not just one person that is involved with this. There's multiple parties through the Eight of Wands reverse that is manipulating something. And some of you that may be on the innocent side of this situation, that may be an observer with the Page of Swords, which could be an analyzer, right? So you may be analyzing the situation and gathering information. You're being guided to speak out on these matters with the Page of Wands. Don't be afraid one bit. This is projection of a lot of manipulation to put you in an illusional fear-based energy. You must be brave through this situation because this could be kind of knocking you off balance. With the Two of Pentacles the Two of Pentacles upright, someone's definitely trying to manipulate something. At first, I wanted to say the Ten of Pentacles reverse, and then I said the Two of something reverse, but it's actually in the upright position. So someone's definitely trying to knock you off balance with the Two of Pentacles upright. But I'm getting that it's not succeeding. It's not succeeding because of someone is doing a deeper research. And there could be something that may be investigated with the Page of Swords. And they're seeing exactly what they need to see with the Seven of Cups reverse. That someone is relentlessly and repetitively manipulating illusions against an innocent person and having them subjected to false allegations, possibly a judgment to go against them. But this right here, it looks like to me that this is defeating these individuals with the Seven of Wands. Each and every one of them. There's something to do with these individuals are being defeated single-handedly with the Seven of Wands reverse is what I wanted to say. So they're being defeated single-handedly, but by doing all of this nonsense with this manipulation that is occurring right here, as y'all can see, this is what is defeating them. Some of you could also be a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Cancer that may be subjected to crown chakra manipulation. You're being manipulated on a spiritually based level to monitor an individual and to possibly sit there and to watch your back. But this could be mimicking paranoia. This is someone else that is manipulating something against this individual. But this is all fear-based tactics on a covert level, because this is a way for it to not be seen through the physical dimensional level, which is the 3D. So there's a lot of 5D manipulation going on, but this is the lower level 5D dimension. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that. Maybe this knowledge may be over the top for some of you individuals that may not be experienced when it comes to spirituality or spiritual rankings. But I have plenty of experience in being involved and evolving throughout the years to know what this is. This is definitely a lot of heavy manipulation on a spiritual base level, but it's combining with the 3D, which is going to be the third dimension. To the ones that may not know what the 3D is, because there are people that are not aware of that information, what I'm saying when it comes to that, the 3D means the third dimension, okay? That means the physical base reality, what we're existing in right now, what is going on in our surroundings physically, okay? So that would be the physical world. But things are being manipulated on a spiritual base level in order to influence external forces to manipulate them against people. And this is one of the things that are being used in a very deceptive, underhanded manner. But from the looks of it, with the moon card reverse, this is being exposed. It's like these individuals are trying to get this individual to appear as if they're hiding something, because they're mysterious, because they know a lot of things. But yet the main reason of how they're doing this, or the main way of how they're doing this, is by doing something through mimicking this individual. This give me the vibes of copying things with the Eight of Wands reverse. This is definitely pertaining and connected to conversations. This could be through different burner devices, because this is fire sign energy. But we're not talking about the zodiac sign, fire sign, of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We're talking about wood is made to build fires with, right? Wood is made for fire. So this right here is going to be an indication of burner devices. Different ones being used from possibly different people. That way they could cause more confusion. This is all in regards to try to manipulate a judge's decision against an innocent person that is highly gifted. And these individuals are having a hard time at not knowing things with the Two of Pentacles and how something is going to go. But from the looks of it, this is going to get these individuals folded, bro. This situation with the Seven of Wands reverse, they have absolutely no defense when it comes to doing this to you and doing this to this person. This could also be someone that you may have strong emotions and feelings for, but you may be too afraid to express this to this person because of what is being done to this individual all at the same time. So this right here could be seeing you being subjected to harm also by trying to get in the way of your freedom of speech. So this will be a First Amendment oppression, intimidation. If this is being done from somebody misusing their power with the Magician reverse that may be in an authoritative position, this right here will be a First Amendment violation upon your right to free speech, to announce these issues and to address this problem. Hey, y'all hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. Yeah, you have every right to address an injustice, especially when this comes to some type of misinterpretation or falsified information about someone, and you know that this is a lie. With the Seven of Wands reverse, it's like someone has an intuition. Their intuition is telling them relentlessly that this is not this person talking to them. But there's something that's being manipulated and amplified with a lot of spiritual-based manipulation. With the Page of Swords, giving me the vibes of an investigator energy, but it's not just one of them. There's several of them. They could be up to 8 detectives. Don't have to be. Could be up to at least 7 to 8 detectives that may be in this Page of Swords energy that knows the truth about what is going on, because there's nothing hidden, especially with the moon and the Seven of Cups reverse. This means this is the exact opposite of illusions. That means that these detectives or whoever this is that may be looking into a situation sees exactly what is being done to this person. And there's something that may be moving forward. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because this individual don't deserve to be subjected to this type of harm, and they also know where these conversations are coming from too. It ain't got shit to do with a Virgo, Gemini. They have Cancer, Scorpio energy. It's not this individual behind these conversations, and they know this, and they have physical proof to prove it. That no one is being subjected to being victimized from these individuals trying to manipulate as if they're victimizing somebody. But yet, this is the person that's being subjected to unfair ruling, is what it looks like, too, with the judgment reverse. This is unfair ruling, unfair blame. Make sure you check the facts before you go along with malicious gossip. So this is connected to a lot of this, but this is being seen, though. Somebody just don't know when to stop manipulating shit, is what it looks like with the magician reverse, because that's the mid part of the reading. That means this is in the heart of the reading. So the focus is going to be what is surrounding this energy, what is being manipulated. Something not wanted to end properly with illusions, but the illusions are being seen straight through. And if there's, for some odd reason, now keep in mind, I'm not a legal advisor, so there is a disclaimer in the description box below. So if there is, for some odd reason, some detectives, okay, there's something that could appear odd too. There's something that is appearing very strange and odd, but yet the odds, see, number one is going to be odd, right? You got to be odd to be number one. That's another synchronization right here. That's going to be connected to a spiritual synchronization. You got to be odd to be number one. So whoever is being seen to be being done this way with these false allegations are being seen to be an odd individual. And these individuals that are trying to get something to stand out in a malicious way, to get this individual to appear as if they're malicious or they're a manipulator or they're out there hurting people, this is actually exposing them. Like, this is drawing a lot of unwanted negative attention upon these individuals by relentlessly bothering this high priestess energy. And this is actually proving everything right about what this individual is calling out of. They are speaking out. But there's other people that want to speak out, though. There's other people that want to speak out. Excuse me, y'all. Still dealing with sinuses. I don't know if y'all could tell that it sounds like I'm talking through my nose. But there's other people that are being intuitively guided to call this out. With the Page of Wands, it's all about speaking out. Trusting their intuition to speak out. But someone is relentlessly manipulating that in order for this individual to not have any help, to not have anybody to have this individual side. But that's also being seen too with the Page of Swords. So it's like no matter what these individuals do, is being seen. There's no more confusion or illusions surrounding someone's innocence. And yet these individuals are trying to make themselves appear innocent by, once again, manipulating things through conversations that are originally coming from them, not this person right here that's being falsely accused. Bro, these individuals may be taking this to the extreme in order to try to get this individual with an unfair ruling, because that's what the judgment reverse means. Having someone right here subjected to an unfair ruling because of what these individuals are doing to manipulate the shit. This is funny because this ain't going to work because of what is being seen with the Page of Swords energy. That's how they think they're actually getting somewhere, is with this magician reverse. But that's the only place that they're getting is manipulation and backfires with the Eight of Wands reverse. It's like everything is reversing and proving to these individuals who is really behind these conversations that is relentlessly trying to manipulate a judgment against this individual. Tell me that ain't stupid. This is stupidity, bro, that's being seen and looked into. What these individuals are trying to do. And it's like, it's a relentless, this is a desperation type of energy. Because they desperately want to have someone's character trashed to the point of putting them in front of a judge, to have a judge wrongfully convict this person. That's another thing I'm channeling. But yet, this is what is being seen to have this happen to this person. The fuck? Some of you could also be a Scorpio feminine or a Pisces feminine, Cancer feminine. Okay, so we definitely have heavy water sign energy out here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces very heavily. Just like I told y'all, if the camera movement of showing the cards like this tends to make y'all like dizzy or whatever. I just got through saying in the beginning of the video that I don't have a tripod. I used to have one, but I don't have one anymore. It fell over and broke. So y'all just gonna have to see the video like this, the reading. Which I'm trying to keep the camera movement, to where it's not back and forth like that. It's just like at a steady pace, like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this reading. Clarify that. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be something that may be happening within a public setting. This could be pertaining to a lot of currency. I don't know how many of y'all are located some of y'all could be located in the U.S. This could be the U.S., the U.K., but I don't really know much about across the ocean. But if this is the U.S., this is going to be pertaining to U.S. currency or any form of currency. There's something shady going on because if you pay attention to the dogs and the imagery, they're sniffing out something to do with finances. Somebody's behind doing something behind someone's back in a very malicious manner with operating something with an underhanded financial gain. And the dogs are usually there to actually sniff out things that are deceptive, right? They're able to pick up on vibrations. Someone's behind the scenes that may be gathering information that also knows something is shady too. It's like they're trying to cloak their energy in order to catch something. And I'm getting it. They are catching it. Remember what I told y'all that there could be a few detectives on the situation with the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups reverse? There could be some detectives that may be on the situation right here. But it's not the ones that you will see in the everyday, like on your everyday. If some of you out there run errands, or some of you out there may be in a public setting a lot, even if you're a stay-at-home person, you could still be seen to be going to the mall. You could be seen to be going to the grocery stores. And you may sometimes see unmarked cars out there, but this is not going to be the individuals that you expect or that you see on a daily basis. This is giving me the vibes of something serious enough to catch some higher up detectives' attention. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Emperor reverse. The Emperor reverse is excessively controlling something and trying to manipulate something to their advantage. This can also be the card of abuse of power. Okay, so that would be pertaining to the to the Magician. Hold on, y'all. Somebody don't want me to get this message out, but it's going to get out anyways. So this could be pertaining to someone trying to misuse their power with the Magician reverse, trying to control a situation. Because what it looks like, this is pertaining to a lot of financial gain, but it's underhandedly being done. This could be between these individuals being family with one another. I'm not really getting this as your family. These are individuals that are all family with each other, which is why they can have certain things concealed this way. All in who you know, right? Conflict of interest. That's also going to be able to prove conflict of interest. Yeah, okay. This is how they think that they're going to manipulate something against someone. Yeah, look, just like I said, they're all family. Ten of Cups is family. And with these two cards together, that right there is a sure indication of family. They're all family with each other. And when they get married, like let's say they get married, there's a husband and wife that gets married. That's going to make them in-laws, right? So therefore, that's family. Even though they may not be bloodline related, they're still family with one another. That's going to be in-laws. But these individuals are actually relatives with each other. But there's in-laws too that's connected to it. So this is being ran within a family unit, which is a lot of heavy conflict of interest, which is why these individuals are trying to control shit and how they was able to get away with controlling this situation for this long. And this is all being uncovered and discovered. It's like while these individuals are trying to act like they're covered, right? There's something right here being undercovered. Somebody going beneath something, beneath the surface to look into something. That's the real thing of undercover, but that's the real undercover work right there. If you hear how I'm saying it, while these individuals try to cover this up, there's something that's going undercover, something that's being undercovered like that, uncovered. This could be what this is pertaining to. These individuals are all family with each other, and that's how they're able to control some misinformation to manipulate shit to their advantage. Yeah, look, Three of Cups, that's conflict of interest. They're all friends. As friends, the Three of Cups is friends, Ten of Cups is family, Ten of Pentacles is family. And yet there's one person that is not family with none of these individuals, and it could be proven through the DNA that you don't have family where you're at. This is a family unit operating and outcasting an innocent person. There's also scapegoating energy coming out here too with the judgment reverse. These individuals are trying to subject an innocent person and a different person that's not part of their family, trying to outcast them and scapegoat them by trying to have this individual appear as if they're a problem. But this is the fucking problem. The Ten of Pentacles upright. I was about to say reverse. Because of all this manipulation, this is where the problem is. With these individuals trying to hold up an illusion as if they're doing the right things for this Ten of Pentacles. But yet, why is this all in reverse? And I'm also getting these individuals actually think that they're going to win a situation while having this individual with an unfair, something about unfair favors, unfair ruling. This is a huge checkmate to these individuals right here from these individuals that may be seeing exactly what's going on, bro. These individuals are operating out of recklessness, stupidity. A lot of stupidity is being seen, a lot of lying, a lot of manipulation, and also spell work is being looked into too. A lot of ritualistic practices. It's something to do with graves here too, with the judgment reverse. It's like these individuals think that they can throw a party and have a rave with this type of bullshit to attack this individual. Because if you remove the G off the grave, that right there would be rave, right? So it's like they're being seen to be having parties, something to do with these individuals talking amongst each other or having celebrations, something to do with some type of, this give me the vibes that individuals going in a circle like this. And you know what else is a circle? A pentagram. Ooh, look at that. Circle with the star in the middle. Uh-huh. Look at it, bro. It's right there in plain sight. Look at that. So this right here with the Three of Cups, that could be an indication of a circle. And usually people, when they're doing a ritual, if y'all have did y'all investigative research on that or looked up information when it comes to rituals, how rituals are being performed, these would be individuals that go in a circle like this. And I'm going to tell you, it's not what you think that's in these cups. That's not alcohol that's in these cups, bro. I promise you it's not. Go do y'all research. Go do y'all research on ritualistic practice and abuse. That's not alcohol in them cups, bro. I'm not really going to get too detailed or specific with this reading, but it's not alcohol in these cups. Because usually that would be what a party is being celebrated with, right? If they're 21 and over. But this is due to a lot of grown folks here that are participating in something that they have no business doing to this individual right here. Clarify the Three of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Four of Wands. It's like they're celebrating the demise and the outcasting of an innocent person from their community. This is all about disapproval of a public setting. It's like they're celebrating this individual's demise with having their foundation turned upside down with nobody loving them, supporting them, or having any type of celebrations or welcome to a community. This is all about not being welcome to a public setting or a community. Like not feeling as if you're at home. They're celebrating the fact that this individual don't feel as if they're at home. And this right here makes them feel as if they're above everybody else, like they're above this person. They could do whatever the hell they want to do because they feel they got the power to do so. Yeah, okay. They know the sheriff in town. They know all these individuals. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's conflict of interest, bro. Conflict of interest, buddy. And then they're all family opera. If this is family members, depending on what state this is in, y'all, because I don't have all the information when it comes to that, but I do know that there is something that I want to say. I don't want to give the wrong information, but I want to say it's illegal to have a family running for position of power and all being family connected together and running a system. Because this is going to better to influence rulings against someone. This is how they perceive that. This is going to better to influence decision making when it comes to the legal level. This individual thinks just because they know people, and it's like they're one of these individuals that they could just keep on doing this and keep on doing this and building a thing. Like it's like they're building a city or a town up for themselves off of someone else's currency and doing all this shady things to this individual. So how this is being done is based off of running things in this type of manner in order to be in this secure energy. This is false security. This is illegal security too. This is illegal asset. I guarantee you, bro, everything of what these individuals have ownership over or think that they own because of purchases with some type of currency is not legit. Damn. Damn. I don't really want to get into too much information when it comes to that, y'all, but from the looks of it, this is a very arrogant, prideful energy as to say, oh yeah, well, they can just do whatever they want. They know these individuals back here, they live in a nice home while you're being subjected to this give me the vibes of poverty. You may not live in a nice home like these individuals. Something's being looked into with how they purchase these homes. That's what it looks like. And these individuals were already wealthy before they decided to come up against this individual. So what the fuck the problem is? So there's something right here that is being seen in regards to this person that thinks that they're gonna run some type of empire. Just give me the vibes of an empire. There are several empires that are being ran. It's like they think that they're gonna build an empire off of having this individual right here subjected to all of this being done, and this is what these individuals are involved in. If this is someone in authority, let them lose that badge and see who the fuck they are then. Let them lose this damn empire and what is occurring here and see who they are then. Let that badge get taken away from them and see who they are then, because I'm getting that something's about ready to move forward because of evidence being obtained here in regards on how these individuals got these properties. It's like they literally have enough money to operate their own business, but this was obtained off of your fucking currency. That's what it looks like. And this is bullying too. It's like they literally think that they could bully someone into financially exploiting them for all this currency. It's like they think that they are boss. They got nice vehicles with the Cherry car. They got nice vehicles. They got several working vehicles. While you may be subjected, or other people that you may not know about that could have complained about something, which that may not be none of your concern, which in reality it's not, because that's other people's business and what's going on with them. But if they're being subjected to harm, then this is being seen as a non-isolated situation. Even though the illusion may appear as if you're isolated when it comes to being done this way. But if other people complain about the way some type of authority is being ran somewheres, then that right there is going to be an indication and validation of non-isolation. Because you're being seen to be subjected to harm just like these other individuals that may have complained that you may not have any information on. What else is going on? Oh, Seven of Swords reverse card. With the Seven of Swords coming up in reverse, this right here means that this is getting caught. So whoever was trying to do something underhandedly in a deceptive manner, this can also be related to an imposter. Imposter and someone that would be related to identity. Someone using someone's identity. Yep. Something very significant, confirmation with a train horn. Something very significant about identity. So let's go ahead and pull another card. Yeah, the Six of Swords. I appreciate the mods on here that's removing the accounts for me. I appreciate that. I'm not really paying attention, but I'm seeing like a bunch. Okay, thank y'all. But anyways, with the Six of Swords being here, there's something that's being caught at a long distance. So these could be individuals that may be at a long distance that may not be from where you're at in your community with the Four of Wands reverse. They could live a few hours away from you. This give me the vibes of living a few hours away from you. I'm not really getting up to 6 hours away from you because this right here is going to be an indication depending on where you live at. Because some states are smaller than others. So the total of 6 hours, but that would be outside the state line. That would be in a whole nother state. I'm getting something to do with some higher up individuals where you may be at with the Six of Swords that may be a few hours away. And there were some individuals that caught this at a distance, is what it looks like. There's definitely something coming out here about identity, imposter. That's going to be linked to identity. Someone's identity being used, and that right there was being used in order to have this individual subjected to false allegations, to try to get them discredited. When it comes to a disinformation campaign, that's another thing that I'm channeling. Even though I don't have the Six of Wands reverse. But what you think is being done through all these conversations? And there's a lot of devices that they thought that they was going to discard, right? But I'm getting that these conversations have been intercepted due to a physical observation of something being signed off by someone else and also give them the authority and the proper procedures being done in order for that to take place. So whoever this is right here in this Page of Swords energy definitely are doing things by the book. And they know that this situation right here, these individuals, the way that they're operating with doing this to someone is not of the law at all, period. Because these individuals know enough about this law that's supposed to be ran this way, but this could be a whole different law. But they know about what laws, know what statutes and all of that. Like, they know about all of that. Trust me. These individuals have been doing a lot of research is what it looks like, bro, with the Page of Swords. But this right here is being caught at people at a long distance, okay? That could be a few hours away. So this is definitely not local people that may be catching something. Clarify the Six of Swords. Yeah, okay, so there's a new discovery of evidence. Page of Pentacles. So there's a new discovery of evidence pertaining to finances. Okay, so they definitely have solid proof. They have solid proof for something to prove something financially. And this is all connected to some type of conversations too with the Eight of Wands reverse. There's something deceptive that was being done through multiple accounts, multiple devices that was being used in order to try to have this manipulated against this individual right here. So let's go ahead and clarify the page. Okay, Five of Cups. So there's a new discovery proving why someone has been subjected to isolation. Having someone mourn, someone upset, someone emotionally upset, someone's always alone. There's proof to prove why this individual is alone because all these individuals are grouping up as an extremist group. There's something very significant about an extremism group that may be outcasting this individual with doing these type of activities to them. This is illegal. And this individual that is being seen to be in this energy is actually the only legitimate one where they stay at, while the rest of these individuals are being exposed as fucking liars and manipulators. That's what it looks like. Because these individuals are the real deal. Whoever this is that's looking into this, they operate in the energy as just like this person. So they're normal, just like this individual that is being falsely accused of things that they're not doing. Because they're actually normal. They do the right thing. They don't do shady shit. They actually have the authority to look into shady things being done. Good. But they operate normal as if a normal person would. Just like this individual that's being falsely accused. And whatever's going on with this 4 of Wands reverse, bro, is fake as fuck. Clarify that. With the 5 of Cups energy. Yeah, ooh, look at that. 5 of Swords. Okay, so it's being discovered why this individual is having to stand up and fight back against a lot of individuals. And it's like these individuals try to get this individual to appear as if, oh, well, they're dangerous. They're an abuser. They're not meant to be trusted, but everything is coming out while they're in this energy to defend themselves. Because of what is being done to them, they're being pushed to the point of defending themselves. And they have every right to defend themselves, too. But you know, this is more than 1 or 2 persons that are coming up against this individual. Like I said, this is an extremism group that's possibly being looked into with some of these authority figures that are also operating or allowing this activity to be operated through a public setting. Fucking cowards. 5 of Swords, because they're supposed to be sitting there protecting and serving the innocent, right? Making sure these activities are not being ran against people like this. But yet this is what is exactly what is being seen. That this is what's being allowed to be done to this person because they're involved too. So where's the protection at? Okay, so something is being proven why this individual is having to defend themselves. Checkmate. No wonder why these individuals have to be contacted. If some of you out there may have contacted someone for assistance on the situation, now everything is making sense why you have to have their protection. Or for them to validate certain things by proper procedures. They just can't do, just because you may call something out, they can't just jump on it right then and there, y'all. They have to follow procedures. And these are the individuals, like, even though they may have a hunch and they may know something is being done, they still have to go through proper procedures and to do things the right way by the book. Okay? Because they don't want to jeopardize their integrity or their honesty when it comes to that. These are people that you can rely on for protection. But it's being seen that this is ridiculous how these individuals literally are putting you in the energy to where you have to make sure certain laws are enforced. That's another thing that I'm getting from the 5 of Swords energy. It's like you having to be put on some fucking patrolling energy to make sure things are being ran the right way. And like you standing up, it's like you standing up in this energy, it's having you appear as if you're sitting there making sure things are being enforced the proper way. And you have to dismantle and disarm these individuals of what's going on in your surroundings. It's like, nah, man, it's like they're trying, this is exposing what is being done against you to put you in this energy. Because that's what's going to be able to verify to them that, yeah, the laws ain't being ran right. Things ain't being ran right. Why are you having to be putting this energy to make sure things are being enforced the proper way? By defending yourself. Making sure people ain't getting hurt, but yet you getting hurt in the process. Because this is the way it's rigged this way. This is a rigged type of activities or rigged activities. Just know someone got information on that with the Page of Swords. Clarify the father. Yeah, look at that. The devil reverse. As I'm saying that, it's like they see you sitting there standing up, and you're refusing to be controlled because that's what these individuals are desperately trying to do to you, to control you. But you simply cannot be controlled. And this is also exposing that you fighting back in this energy and having to stand up, possibly cuss some of these individuals out and get hostile in a specific way. You still not being seen as a toxic person. You still not being seen as a criminal. They are. Bro, you are literally stand up against a group of criminals that are operating some type of activities that have no business to be operated to start with, because that's the exact opposite of law enforcement, right? Laws are supposed to be enforced. Brother, law is supposed to be in this energy defending people and defending their, how can I say this? It's like they're supposed to be in this energy to make sure this ain't being ran against people. But yet this is what they're participating in order for this to happen to you or to other people. Clarify the devil reverse. So you are coming out the situation with a victory. They see that you're sitting there relentlessly standing up for yourself. Some of you out there may be regards to giving these individuals the silence, your silence. Because the Five of Swords is giving me the vibes of the Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent. There's also something coming out here about these individuals trying to intimidate you in order to try to silence you, which is a First Amendment violation. But I'm getting at, by you being in this Five of Swords energy is definitely going to put all these individuals in the Fifth Amendment, because they ain't going to have shit to say. The only other thing that they're going to be able to exercise or execute is the Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent, because of what the fuck they're doing to you. So by them trying to have you so-called exposed as committing crimes, you are being seen to be defeating crimes. That's what it looks like to me. So by them trying to have you on an illusional level to try to have you exposed as if you're committing a crime, you are being seen to be defeating crimes. And have a control over this whole damn situation while they're relentlessly thinking that they're going to get somewhere with trying to have you restricted. I sure hope these individuals know the devil card. This card right here means Trafficking. You're freeing yourself from that. This is another thing that's being discovered too. These individuals trying to T-word you. Clarify the devil reverse. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands reverse. Bro, they know that you're not interested in none of these individuals and you're not playing around. That's how, while they're relentlessly trying to stand in your way, you're standing in these individuals' way by your high level of intelligence. That's exactly what you're using to defeat this situation. And if some of you out there are smart, you have some law knowledge, or you have some studying in law, then that right there is another thing that you can use to your advantage in order to defeat this situation. Because it takes an intelligent mind against a stupid mind to actually win. And sometimes it's through silence. Knowing when to be silent. Let these individuals act their ass all they want. Because it's exposing everything of what they're trying to do. And your silence is very powerful. With the Five of Swords. Damn, bro. So clarify the Ace of Wands reverse. Look at that. The Nine of Pentacles reverse. Exactly what I said with the devil card. This is connected to the T word. Trafficking. It's also connected to exploitation. It's connected to scheming, scamming, dishonest earnings. And this was what was being done to you in order for you to be in this Five of Swords energy to defeat this from being done to you. And this is also being identified as identity theft. Someone getting caught, some type of crime being uncovered with identity theft. And yet they're trying to use, it's like they're trying to use your identity against you as a weaponization in order to try to have you maliciously prosecuted. And yet that's another thing that's being seen to be defeated. Bro, these individuals could be thrilled. It's like they're even pissed off at what they're seeing because they're desperate. It's like a desperation. It's like there's an intense desperation and hunger behind this type of activity to do this to you. All because why? You could be yourself. You have the right to freely express your beliefs, your religion. You have the right to freely express free speech through free speech. That's your right. You have the right to free speech, which is the First Amendment, protected under the First Amendment. And anybody that is trying to relentlessly get in your way to cause stagnation of an authoritative position, they have to be aware, bro, that the First Amendment protects you and prohibits these individuals from doing this to you because this could go against them in a very critical way, because what else is being discovered is how they're oppressing you, how they're violating the First Amendment is through color of law violations. Why you think these burner devices are being used, huh? Fabricate evidence, right? Failure to keep you from harm. It's like they're proving everything that they're not protecting you, which is failure to keep you from harm. Not a verification of a color of law violation with a non-pinnacle reverse. Man, these individuals just need to give up and walk the fuck off, bro, before they get themselves in even more deeper shit. That's what it looks like. Two of Wands. Y'all are also being guided to have, bro, you're going to have the last laugh with the father. Look, I don't know what the hell these individuals think getting at with this bullshit, but you're going to have the last laugh with the Five of Swords. You're definitely going to have the last laugh. And there's something also being discovered here about premeditation. The Two of Wands is planning energy. So you know what a plan means, right? If someone is strategically planning in order to try to relentlessly carry this manipulation out on an innocent person, that right there is going to be linked to premeditation, wouldn't it? And this is how something is being seen to be carried out exactly that way through all this fabrication, all these conversations. Your identity being used in order to try to manipulate something against you in order for it to be credible and believable. Yeah, okay. And this was the plan, right? This is a plan. That right there is going to better to prove premeditation. Especially if you haven't gotten in front of a judge yet, because the judgment is in reverse. So that's giving me the indication of some of you may have not gotten in front of a judge yet. But this is what they try to plan. Like they plan on doing this in order to manipulate something against you in regards to all of this. But it looked like to me someone has some hardcore proof of these plans. And if you really think about it, don't phones come with plans, right? Plan. You get it? How they have plans. This could be off of prepaid phones that these individuals may have some information on. This give me the vibes of like this could be several of prepaid phones that was purchased, and that would be considered burner devices, right? So they could discard them. But yet collect all this misinformation and manipulation of all these messages that they're originally sending to each other to manipulate shit, but yet discard the evidence, but yet collect that as evidence upon you. That's fabrication. But something's telling me that they may have the exact evidence to prove this is a group of prepaid phones that was used. Because there's a plan. And prepaid would be connected to plans, or it could be a legitimate device that may not be a prepaid phone, but something very significant about prepaid. And that right there would be some type of plan. But there's something to do with the internet right here with the Two of Wands, because how you think these messages are being sent? How you think they're being received? Through internet signals, right? Through either the 5G, 4G, or Wi-Fi. So that right there would be an indication of internet. They got to have internet in order to send these fucking messages. So that right there would be an indication of a device being used. And I'm getting that this may be off of several of burner devices, since the wands represent fire in the tarot. And since it's wood, that would represent burning, because wood is used for a fire in order to keep the fire burning, right? Burner devices. Clarify the Two of Wands. This could have been obtained either 1 to 2 months ago or 1 to 2 weeks ago, or the last 1 to 2 weeks. Like there's a time frame, a gap here between the last 1 to 2 weeks. So that would be from the 7th. from the total of 7 days to 14 days. 7 days is a week, 14 days is 2 weeks. So there's something very significant about the time frame between 1 week to 2 weeks. There's a gap here, and there's something that is obtained, possibly something to do with the 6th day of the week. Something very significant about the 6th day of the week. Something could be very significant about the 2nd or November 22nd. Something could be falling back on the date of November 22nd. But I'm getting something very significant about the gap, the time gap, the timing. Between 1 week to 2 weeks, there's a gap here. And there's something that was obtained within this gap of 7 days to 14 days, to be exact. Like I said, a week would be 7 days, and 2 weeks would be 14 days. So let's go ahead and verify the Two of Wands. What is this clarified by? Patient man. Pisces energy. Okay, so there's definitely something very significant about Pisces energy. This could literally be a Pisces female that may be withholding from their intuition and being held up with a situation in regards to not telling someone some information that they need to relay to them, that they need to get to them. And they're being seen to be held up. It's like something is being seen to be holding this individual up. Or there's something that was enlightened. There's something that enlightened these individuals between this time frame. Between the last 7 days or the last 14 days. That's between either 1 week to 2 weeks here. There's something also being discovered. What it looks like to me here is sacrifice. Because that's what this card represents. And if you look closely at this card right here, depending on, this is not going to be for religious people out there, because I know that they're judgmental, which I could care less about that. It shouldn't even be in the tarot community to start with if they're religious, because I'm going to do what the fuck I'm called to do when it comes to my gifts. But anyways, when it comes to this imagery right here, depending on the way that you look at it, this could be an indication, a simulation of the crown of thorns that was put around Jesus' head. And that right there would be, and he was nailed to a wooden cross, right? That right there is an indication of a sacrifice, because Jesus was sacrificed. There's something very significant about these individuals trying to target and harm this could be a gifted person that may be a spiritual healer, or someone that may be very spiritually high ranked. Someone that stands out. This give me the vibes of standing out energy. This is what they're trying to do to this. Okay, so that's connected to scapegoating energy. Wow. This is illegal. This is illegal to do this to this individual, because that's exactly why these activities are being ran. Because this could be what's put on them for doing this to this individual. I mean, come on, bro. Especially if they got some type of necromancy rituals being done, or possible graveyard rituals being done. And you got a lot of animals that's in the imagery here too, like animals being harmed, manipulated, like things being used within these individuals, like something very significant about remains. This is also bones. Look at that. See the bones? And then you got a skull right here. This is very dark of what these individuals are doing to this individual. I'm also getting with the end of the card being in reverse with the moon reverse. This is bringing out a lot of their skeletons that may be connected to other people that had been subjected, that could have been subjected to this type of harm, and they're no longer here to give their testimony. And they fuck with the right one, because this individual right here is going to be able to put all these individuals away because of what was done to them. They better watch who they screwing with. That's what I gotta say. Knight of Wands. Excuse my language, y'all. I'm just very passionate and intense about channeling this energy, because it needs to be channeled. Knight of Wands. It was also observed that these individuals are very passionate about doing this. They're also very passionate about doing this to animals. This could be related to an animal being sacrificed. But it's not just animals, though. Animals are being used in order to exchange, to have this delusional belief, as this is going to be some type of exchange of power with false gods of the underworld. Because why else is a graveyard ritual being done, huh? What you think a graveyard is there for the resting souls, right? And graveyard rituals remind me of trying to literally invoke the individuals are supposed to be resting to disturb them and to also harm this individual on a spiritual level, but yet activities being connected to it in order for to have physical harm done to them. Especially when it comes to trying to have this individual maliciously prosecuted, to have them put away. This is being seen, this possibly being seen as a fucking sacrifice, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not a conspiracy theory, no, because these rituals do occur, and if people was to conduct a physical investigation, they will be able to capture this. I'm telling you, they will, because people do in fact do shit like this, bro. There was also an agent, there was an FBI agent on YouTube that was talking a little bit about satanic cults, etc. This could be related to a satanic cult caught doing this to this individual. They do have one on YouTube, bro, that literally talks about things being done this way with animals. I don't really know if he has brought information up about the graveyards, but that is legit, bro. People do legitimately do shit like that. This is not an illusion. Necromancy. It may sound superstitious, but let me tell you something. These individuals be doing some dark things when it comes to that. These individuals can also go there and grab dirt. They call it graveyard dirt. They could go to these individuals, disturb the grave and grab the dirt from it and literally use that for spell work and ritualistic abuse. There's also something coming out here. I'm getting something very strange about soul swapping. Them literally trying to exchange their souls with the resting so they could forever exist with doing this to someone. So that way that they can't be identified in the realm of the spirit. Ooh. Now that's something right there, but that can't be captured through physical surveillance. That's going to have to represent the spiritual people to channel that with their abilities. That's what I'm channeling here. But y'all heard what I just channeled? Literally swapping their soul with the resting, with the people that's supposed to be resting, right? In order for them to be unidentified in the realm of the spirit, that way they could forever exist with continuously keeping the cycle on going with other people after they successfully do this to this individual. This is a never-ending cycle of what it appears to me is ritualistic abuse, sacrifices, harming people for some type of wealth. And there may be other people that may not be here to give their testimony because of them not being able to identify what is being done. But you, on the other hand, if you have this gift, if you have the gift of intuition, they better watch it, bro. They better watch it. 'Cause I'm going to tell you right now, you think this individual right here afraid of all these individuals? They're afraid of this individual because why are they trying to do this to them? Why are they trying to have this individual maliciously prosecuted, huh? So they could continue with their sick fucking cycle of doing this to other people that may have this gift that may come about in the future. But it stops with this individual is what it looks like because of these individuals gathering a lot of information. So it's not just the physical things being done, it's everything connecting this to all of this being done, which is going to better to prove that this is scapegoating, and scapegoating is also connected to sacrifice. Trying to have you misjudged for their sins that they're committing upon you. And if this has anything to do with children, bro, this is another thing that's being seen. What these individuals are doing through these burner devices when it comes to kids. King of Swords. Okay, so this right here is a law official. This could be a Fed with the King of Swords. You see the color pattern, right? With the yellow and the blue. That would be the color of their jackets. With the yellow letters, and they have like that bluish color to their jackets. That would be the raid jackets. But this can also be them with their suit on and their slacks. You know how they got the slack pants? They have their slacks on and they have their dress shoes on. With their suit and their tie and they got their badge on their waistband. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting right here. That could be them dressed in a suit, or this could be the raid jackets. But with the color pattern right here, it's like these law officials, if you look close at this crown, don't that look like a baby? A baby's face? This is the King of Swords. These are the individuals that got knowledge on what is being done to these individuals. So if there's kids that's being hurt through a situation, these individuals have the information and the knowledge on that, and they got physical proof to prove that these individuals are being subjected to harm. And this is protection upon these individuals from these law officials right here. So they could be coming in to stop a situation. That's also what I'm getting from the patient, man. They're coming in to put a halt and to stop a situation full force, because this is not going to continue. There's a non-continuance of this shit being done to this individual, but there's other people that are being seen to be used in a very harmful manner as a weaponization throughout this process of what they think that they're going to keep on doing to get away with this. Checkmate. Clarify the King of Swords. Yeah, look at that. This is something that this King of Swords has observed that is being done within a job. The Five of Pentacles reverse is all about somebody that's doing this for their employment. There's something very significant about something being done in this type of manner at their place of employment. And if you look at these pentacles, don't that look like badges? But look at the way the badges look here. Don't that look satanic? Damn, bro, my intuition's on fire right now, bro. I can't help it. I'm being guided to channel this. Bro, look at that. Don't this imagery right here look as if it's a pentagram? Like the devil's horns? And you got it right here, too. Look. So this is what's being done while they're employed, right, for their employment. This is a business. Five of Pentacles reverse is all about a business, someone that's employed. And this is exactly what this King of Swords, or several of them, are seeing at these individuals' place of employment with the Five of Pentacles reverse. And this is why they're unable to be in this Five of Pentacles energy, because this is how they're protecting themselves through some type of false sense of security and authority. Why you think they're using this individual's identity over here, huh? To try to scapegoat them. That way they could keep that way they could keep these positions. But guess what? King of Swords is like, nope. Negative. Yeah, you serving and protecting somebody, all right. You only trying to protect the shit that you doing while exposing yourself all in the process, while you think that you're exposing somebody right here, but you're exposing them as an innocent person, and a lot of reckless shit being done to this individual. So who the fuck the problem is? Excuse my language, y'all. I'm just very passionate about channeling this. But if y'all look into the imagery of this card, don't that look like the pentagrams? It's right here, too. This is diabolical and demonic, what is being done for their employment. Whoever's operating this, bro, this is, That's clarifying that King of Swords energy. And what he has knowledge on. And it looked like to me, with the imagery on that crown right there, that's him having a knowledge to protect children, because of them being hurt throughout this employment, what these individuals are doing for their employment. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. That's all exposed. I'm also getting, if there was something that went cold, something immediately warmed up and drew attention to them with a situation. So this is exposure. Leo energy. So this is exposure. The Sun card is all about exposure. This is all came to light. Even though it's a negative situation, it still has came to light. There's nothing in the dark about what is being done with some type of employment. Clarify the Sun. So this is exposed. Clarify the Sun. Yeah, look at that. That's a kid, bro. Page of Cups is all about a young child. So this right here is both an indication along with the King of Swords. There's a baby right here. There's a child right there. And there's a baby on the horse. Kids are being hurt, bro. This has been uncovered. And something is connecting these individuals to be harming these individuals through these fucking devices. With the Eight of Wands reverse, that would be them burner devices. And all this being manipulated. There's something that's also coming out about these individuals being hurt and harmed. There could be something to do with things being used through ritualistic practice in order to harm these individuals on a spiritual level. Something could be coming out, like there's something sickening coming out about energy harvesting. I'm not really going to get too much into details, y'all, because the information is sensitive, but I will keep it surface level when it comes to that. Y'all just going to have to use y'all level of discernment when it comes to that, but there's something very significant about energy harvesting off of these individuals too. This right here. I'm not really going to be too specific because that's sensitive information. But still, though, I'm allowed to show y'all with the cards. Y'all just going to have to use y'all discernment. There's energy harvesting coming out here about what they have been doing with these individuals. I'm going to just leave it in nature. Nature. Clarify the Page of Cups. Look, Ten of Wands. Bro, this is a lot of things that has been done. A lot of things with the Ten of Wands energy. That could be different candles. With the Ten of Wands, that could be different candles being lit. A lot of candles being lit. This is also being used in order to put the weight of the world on an innocent person's shoulders. To have them subjected to having to push through all this by themselves and to burden them down and weigh them down with doing this to them. But I'm also getting there's someone right here that has heavy burden of proof. This is physical evidence obtained with the Ten of Wands energy. Oh, Queen of Wands reverse. Okay, so there's one of the witches. There's one of the witches right here. That's Queen of Wands reverse. So they got a heavy, hardcore burden of proof on a witch here. Yeah, this is one of these wicked individuals that's in position of authority that has been doing this. There's one of them right here that's been identified, and they got some proof here on them. Yeah, these people are subjected. They could have got caught already, or they're on the verge of being caught physically. Clarify that. Yeah, ooh, Ten of Swords. Somebody just got through saying a voodoo doll in my comment section. Look at that. That could be interpreted as a voodoo doll. That's the pins going into a doll. But they got hardcore burden of proof on authority figure right here, a female betraying the hell out of somebody. Bro, this is dark too. They got evidence on this individual trying to curse this person. This is cursing, bro. Look at the imagery of the swords. Don't that look like the cross? Don't that look like the crucifix? This is someone being sacrificed, bro, with the Ten of Swords. Someone being hurt and harmed repetitively over and over and over. And this is also going to be able to prove that these individuals are using this position to curse people. And this right here, this individual that they're doing this to, bro, is going to bring a lot of bad reversals and a lot of bad karma, bro. Unimaginable karma up on this individual. And whoever else is connected to doing this to this individual, for doing that to them. There's a lot of compassion from this King of Swords energy, by the way. They're showing a lot of compassion and a lot of care because of multiple individuals that are also being hurt and subjected to being cursed and harmed this way. They care about these individuals too, bro. They have to come in and protect them. The Empress, Libra Taurus energy. So there's something very significant about these individuals being nurturing towards this situation and bringing a lot of healing and a new beginning. Clarify that. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. So they're going to be coming in to bring healing to the situation. A new beginnings. There's something that's an indication of innocent mother figures that are being subjected to harm, that are being forced to participate in these type of practices, to betray their own is what I'm getting. But there's several of them that's not going along with this type of bullshit. Bro, this individual is out their mind. Like, they think that they some kind of inspirational or a leader. No, they're not. They're going to lead these individuals straight to their downfall. And from the looks of it, this individual could be faced with over, there's a long time behind bars right here with the Ten of Swords. But this is also on a judge's decision, though. That's the thing. Because I'm gonna tell you what happened back in the day with individuals that used to do this to people. You already know. Go do your research what they used to do to witches and warlocks, especially witches. Go do your research on what happened to them back in the day. You're gonna find out. This type of cruelty right here, bro, a judge could assign. I'm not really gonna bring up that information, y'all, but there's a decision that the judge can make when it comes to that, and it's not the decision that these individuals really want to hear about either. Because these individuals are a menace to society. They're toxic. They commit crime against nature, humanity. They hurt Mother Earth. They have no use here for this land to start with. All they do is hurt innocent people. And these individuals right here, bro, these kids are being harmed. Two of Pentacles. What else is going on? Give me a closing message for this reading. 76 minutes into the read. Closing message, 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is a situation that you may be able to walk away from, even though it's giving off the illusion as if you're not able to be free to walk away. I'm getting that you will be able to walk away because there's people that may be headed towards you with the Chariot and the Page of Swords because they got the information that they need in regards to all of this being done. And to having you hurt this way and other people hurt too. It's not just you, y'all. There's other people that are in this Ten of Swords energy also. Like I said, it's these innocent individuals right here, bro. Kids are being done that way too. And some of these individuals that work in a higher position could be a father figure. They're not playing behind that. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because this is on an extreme inhumane level of what is being done. This could be related to these individuals' sacrifices too. These individuals. Sick fucks. They're going to get stopped. Watch. I promise you. I promise you. Whatever is being done, wherever some of you out there are located at and all this bullshit is being done, there may have been some individuals that may have been skeptical on the spiritual side of things, but all it takes, bro, all they got to do is physically investigate, and they're going to see exactly what's going on. Give them some time. Let them conduct that physical investigation. They're going to get the information that they're looking for. I promise you. I promise you. This shit ain't no joke, bro. This really does happen. I'm also getting some of these individuals could be discovering the fact that tarot has a lot of truths, bro, to it. Even though tarot can't be used as physical proof of evidence, it can be enough helpful information to create a leeway in order to gain spiritual knowledge from it. I don't consider tarot to be evil. I mean, everybody's going to have their own beliefs when it comes to that, which is fine. But it's like when these religious people that try to come up in here, or I mean, it could just be a way to try to discredit me like, oh, yeah, well, this and that and this and that. What the hell are they even doing on the tarot video to start with? Because the last time I checked, this is not a religious channel. It's a tarot spiritual channel. It's going to be completely ignored. The comment's going to get erased, and it's just going to be out of here. But, but anyways, y'all, the closing message is the 8 of Cups energy. That's in regards to a lot of individuals, not just you, but there's multiple individuals, multiple parties that wasn't involved with this, but was actually being victimized throughout this situation. That's going to better to prove to this King of Swords, several of them, that this is a non-isolated situation. These individuals will be set free from this type of harm and these type of practices being done because this is not anything to do with the law, bro. The law is not being ran right to start with, and they should be cracking down on these activities being done that's hurting people, not allowing it to happen. Bro, if y'all go do y'all research, when it comes to a cult, bro, this is highly unprofessional for officials to be engaging in these type of practices. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the DOJ has investigated some of these cults too. It come up on the Department of Justice thing whenever I searched it up on Google, whenever I was doing a personal research on information. It did in fact come up that the DOJ does investigate situations like this, which would be the Department of Justice. If some of you don't know what the abbreviation of it means, like the DOJ, believe it or not, y'all, some people may not know what that means because not everybody is gonna know about law enforcement, especially federal law. I mean, the majority of people, they're going to know who the FBI is, but the DOJ, they may not know who that is. That's the Department of Justice. I want to say they mainly operate the same way, but it's like there's a collaboration between the FBI and the DOJ that has to take place in order for charges to be brought, federal charges to be brought upon situations like this, apparently, for something to be stopped. Because you can't just get the agents all together, and yet there's the prosecutors not bringing charge, which would be federal prosecutors and a judge, and then you have the U.S. Attorney's Office. You have to have all these individuals, bro. It's a team collaboration, teamwork of the U.S. attorneys, and then you have the federal prosecutors, and you have the federal agents that all combine everything together with the evidence. Therefore, I want to say it goes, I don't want to give the wrong information, but I would say it then, therefore, goes before a judge, and the judge decides on whether or not there should be a search conducted, which would be a search executed, which would be a raid. It's either a search or a search and a raid. No, a search and an arrest. So that would be a search warrant, but an arrest warrant at the same time. But it all depends on what kind of evidence they already have, because they may not have enough in order to actually get an arrest warrant issued for them. So that right there would just be a regular search. Would be a federal search warrant executed, signed off by a judge. But keep in mind, bro, there's a lot of things. From the looks of it, this is very stressful on these individuals, is what it looks like. I know some of you may feel betrayed through this situation. Trust me, I know exactly how that feels. But just imagine the fucking efforts, the work that these individuals, if this is them, that may be putting a stop to a situation. Imagine how much hell they had to go through, bro. Because I'm getting it, they can't just do things how they want. They gotta wait for certain orders to be given. And that could get very frustrating and piss some of these individuals off, believe it or not. It's like some of them may feel like they want to just get the job done right then and there, but it has to take certain procedures. There's levels to this. It's what it feels like energetically, and this could be very mentally draining. This could be taking a huge toll on these individuals' well-being, emotional well-being. And a lot of people may not look at that and may not have empathy or sympathy for these individuals. But if they're doing their job the right way, and this is what's happening to them, to where they feel like their mental health is at stake, like this is very mentally draining, emotionally draining, spiritually draining. It's taking a toll on them. It could be causing them to have headaches, to suffer brain fog. But you have to keep in mind, while these individuals are building things on the situation and working on the situation, they are being attacked relentlessly with spell work, because these individuals don't want to be stopped to be doing this to people. So that right there is going to cause stagnation too and delays. I'm being guided to announce that to these higher up officials, that these individuals are engaging in some type of dark spiritual practices in order to try to get in the way of their investigation, their investigative work, in order to make things challenging for them. Like, let's say if they got a piece of evidence and yet they don't remember where they put it, or something to do with, they're working on something, but yet there's delays, constant delays, constant delays. That could be a sign of spiritual manipulation being done in order to delay them. That would be the spirit of delays, stagnation, being sent their direction in order to try to get in the way of them fully completing something, because these individuals desperately don't want to be stopped. Why you think they're doing the soul swapping, huh? With the inner car reverse. Because this is a simulation, at least in their delusional perception. They believe that this is a way for them to avoid detection in the spirit world, the realm of the spirit, but yet also physically to where they could forever exist for all eternity. Because what is a spirit, bro? A spirit is not a living thing. It's a spirit. It means it has no internal organs. It has no heart. It has no veins. It has no physical features, no physical presence about it. And once someone, this is the original meaning of selling their soul through these type of practices. Maybe it makes sense now. Anyways, y'all, this is what I have for the reading. The closing message of this reading is the Eight of Cups. So it looked like to me that the individuals that was victimized through this situation along with you will be able to walk away due to their intervention taking place. I don't know when. Even if I had a hunch on when this may take place, I will not ever announce that. I will keep that information closed off. And I will be guided to tell y'all for cards of advice, just keep on living your life how you're living it. Even though it may be a very distressful situation that some of you may be in. Now, keep in mind, this may not resonate with all of y'all's situation, but bits and pieces of the read can resonate with y'all. It may not be the full reading that resonates all the way, but there could be just pieces of the read that may resonate with some of y'all's situation. So you have to keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, y'all, you cannot use tarot as the final answer to an outcome, because that right there could begin to feed expectations, which is an illusion, okay? Because we don't want to get caught up in expectations, and we don't want to rely on tarot cards for the final answer. Even though it is a helpful tool indeed to confirm current energy presence that are present in that moment and what may be taking place energetically, because that's what the cards are able to pick up. But it's all in regards to the reader and how they operate within their intuition and the logical meanings of the cards. Okay? Even though this may seem as if this is a piece of cake to me, y'all, it's really not. This is a very challenging job for me. It may seem like, oh yeah, he's just throwing cards down on the tabletop. Correction. These are very intense energies that sometimes reading this energy makes me highly uncomfortable, y'all, because of the energy that's going on spiritually that I can feel that is very, 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 very manipulative, cunning, and dark. That's the obstacles, that's the challenges as the energy readers. The mediums that have the ability to channel things. Even though this may appear as tarot cards to y'all, trust me, bro, I can feel all of this energy hit me all at once. Especially this energy right here. Right here. The Magician reverse, all these cards. It's not attacking me. It's just felt on a very intense, energetic level of what is being done within this situation. It's not easy. But anyways, y'all, this is what I have for the closing message. It is indeed the Eight of Cups energy. Let me go ahead and give y'all a card of advice. But I will let y'all know to not rely on tarot for the final answer. It's a helpful tool for current energy that is present in that exact moment and what may be taking place. But at the end of the day, I would not rely on tarot at all for the final answer. And I would just go based off of your intuition, because only your inner self would know what's taking place. That means the proper level of discernment of intuition. Because that's where the answer is going to be at. So what's the cards of advice? The last card of advice. Three of Wands. So, okay, so you're being guided to turn your back on the situation. To no longer feel as if this is keeping you held back. Some of you are being guided to turn your back on the situation, because it looked like to me other people are facing forward with the Page of Swords and are moving something forward in order for you to turn your back. Therefore, it's going to be an indication of the Eight of Cups energy where you're able to fully walk away. Because now it looked like to me this situation is on other people's presence and other people's physical presence in order to move something forward. So the card of advice for y'all is to turn your back on the situation because of something possibly moving forward to where you can walk away. So that would be an indication and a verification Also clarification to the Eight of Cups energy. So this right here is similar to one another. Why would the closing message be the Eight of Cups? You being able to walk away, and yet it's telling you to turn your back on the situation. And therefore, you got your back turned right there. So double confirmation through the card of advice and the closing message. But anyways, y'all take it easy out there. Much love. Thank y'all very much for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. To the genuine supporters that may be on the channel, there may not be many of them that's on here, but to the ones that are legit and the real deal, that actually legitimately donate to me, that are real people, because I had a problem with my donations and I kept on speaking up about it. I'm going to keep on speaking up about it too, because I deserve gifts of donations, rewards for my hard work on this channel. I don't deserve to be subjected to any type of financial exploitation, any type of financial theft, which is cyber theft or any of that. I will come against that under the federal law jurisdiction when it comes to the knowledge that I know about that prohibit these type of activities and these type of things to be done to me. Okay? But anyways, y'all, thank y'all once again for the love and support. To the legitimate supporters on here, it's greatly appreciated, and I will see y'all